championship and the race to the Butt Kicker 250.
Keith Bradley gets his second championship on the Friday Night Series for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series Season 8. This rookie season, he will win the championship for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the regular season finale here tonight at Daytona, the Premier Racing Setups 250. We're going to see who's going to get in to that playoff round of 20 drivers. Real tight right there on that cut line. You're going to see it out here tonight for 100 laps live and only here live on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Good evening, folks. I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves. Steve the Viking Bartlett in the house. And as always, the Australian Dean Hopton Biggles going to be giving you the co-commentating and also going to be maybe even, hell, who knows, might even be broadcasting with us a little bit here this evening. All the trucks is on the grid getting ready for the one to green, and there's 37 of them. Count that, actually 36, not counting race control. Ted Wade's going to be on the pole here tonight. Ryan Johnson, last week's winner at Martinsville, he's going to roll off from P2. Ed Osborne and Justin White going to be third and fourth with Chris Blanchard. He knows how to get around these super speedways. Rolling off from P5. Matthew Montgomery in P6. Brian Chew, a Daytona winner in previous races and seasons here. He knows how to get it done. He's going to roll off from P7, MDW in P8. Matt Cherry, P9. Dustin Scruggs is going to round out the top 10. Jose Luis Rivera going to be rolling off P11 with Adam Newton in P12. Robbie Richards, Brandon Broadfoot, 13th, 14th. Tristan Bruce, 15th. And the Animal, Keith Bradley, the last driver to take a time and qualified. He's going to roll off from P16. Jordan Jurassic, Holden McGill, Joshua Rodriguez, Brandon Schumann, the top 20 as they are working their way down the back straightaway here this evening. Dylan Cardenas, Isaac Bevan, Brandon Bullock, Stephen Gregory, Keith Haney, Stephen Thomas, Kyle Hess, Devin Painter, James Beard, Brady LaBeouf, the boss man's in the house here tonight. He's going to roll off from P30. Shane Trotter will roll off from P30 first. Well, Huck Wayton in 32nd. Raul Meza, 33rd. Eric Zimmerman, 34th. Joshua Sust will be 35th. Cody Knott will be 36th. TJ Moore is your race director here this evening. Steve, it's Daytona, baby. We love this kind of racing right here, and it's the best place to end the regular season.
Yes, it is. It's Daytona. It's door banging, bumper bumping, grinding for the next 100 laps. It's going to be a blast. What a way to end the regular season right here at Daytona.
Well, folks, strap in. We are ready to rock and roll here tonight at Daytona. Green flag in the air. The season is upon us for the regular season to end it here tonight at Daytona. Who's going to make that playoffs? Who's going to run for a championship here in the coming weeks? Green flag going into turn one. Ted Wade on that inside lane. Brian Johnson still up on that top side. Ed Osborne down there with Chris Blanchard. They're going to work that bottom side, working their way off turn number 2.
Ted Wade out there in the lead, followed by Ed Osborne. About 0.6 of a second back, so I put that on his upper side there. Having little issues. We apologize for the issues that we're having with the broadcast throughout, and we'll be cutting back to an ad, and we'll be back with you.
Yes, folks, we're going to try to see if we can get some of this maybe cleared up real quick. Right now, Ed Osborne is your leader right here on lap 1. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
Well, folks, we are back here at Daytona. Sorry for that little bit of issue that we had, but I think we may have it straightened out. And you didn't really miss you really didn't miss anything. The only other thing you really missed was Matthew Montgomery get tagged in the tailgate, sit down to the inside retaining wall, but no caution on the Speedway as up front. Now, Ed Osborne, he had a little bit of a lead up there for a little bit, but now Ryan Johnson dives down to the inside. Now Ed Osborne giving a shove to Ryan Johnson. Dustin Scruggs up 8 spots. Hell no, he's going to go 9 spots. Steve, he has went all the way to the front from 10th spot.
Ryan Johnson up there in that second lane. Got somebody up there trying to make get a third lane going, but nobody's following him. He's going to get lost out, but he comes back into that second lane now and falls in behind these guys. So he should be doing all right.
And that was Ted Wade in the 32, was trying to see if he can run around, maybe shoot around one guy that he was trying to get around. Now he's going to get right in behind Brian Chew, who knows how to get it done here at Daytona. Let's check out the race details as Ted Wade takes another shot to the outside. Maybe somebody will go with him. Joshua Rodriguez thought about it. Now Ted jumps back down. And your race details here for this evening, there you see it right there. Stage 1 will go to lap 30. We're going to stay green unless a caution comes out around at that point, but we'll update you as that goes along. Stage 2 is going to go all the way to lap 60. A little bit different right here with Nazareth, Steve. Usually it's about a 25 and 50, so they kind of threw it up a little bit different. We will have a caution at that 60 lap stage 2, and they're going all the way to 100. Make up 250 miles here tonight for the Premier Racing Setups 250. Check out that right there. Fuel capacity, 65%. 3 tires available to them. That's 3 in the pits, 1 on the truck. So actually, it's really 4. But we're going to see how that works out. And obviously, 3 green, white checkers. That outside lane has really started to move up. Ted Wade shoots down there on that inside lane. Now he's going to jump back up top. He's going to try to help Dustin Scruggs up here at the front. Scruggs to the lead here at Daytona.
Dustin White's moved up to the front in that bottom lane, trying to work up there to Dustin, trying to take that lead from him. This is going to be one of them back and forth races as far as the leaders go between that lower line and the upper line. It's just the way it works here at Daytona and Talladega. just that constant back and forth. Ted Wade up there on the top, and Dustin Scruggs underneath him.
Yeah, but honestly, I mean, there is 3 different lanes. We've already seen it here tonight, Steve, with that bottom, that middle, and then all the way up at the top. And really, I mean, you could even call the penthouse all the way up against the wall that other lane that could end up playing a factor here tonight. We may end up seeing them go 4 wide here. Joshua Rodriguez gives a little kick in his shorts. Tim Wade up on that outside lane. Really weaving back and forth trying to keep it in line. Looks like there's about 6, 7 of them up on the top side. It's led by Tim Wade. Scruggs down the bottom. He's got help from Justin White. Ryan Johnson down there on that inside lane, as well as Ed Osborne up top. Brandon Bullock up there right behind Rodriguez. You got Holden McGill up there as well. Couple of big movers right now. Shane Trotter, one of them, started 31st. He's all the way up to 10th. The boss man, Brandon LeBeau, he don't give a damn. He ain't here for points. He's going all the way from 30th all the way to 11th. Bullock, on the other hand, 23rd up to 6th. So that's a big move right there for him. Some of them working their way down, I guess you could say. MDW started 8th. He's sitting 18th. And Matthew Montgomery, we talked about him. He has lost the draft. Got tagged in the tailgate. Got sent around coming off of turn 2. He's all the way back in 36th position here for lap 9, actually lap 10 right now. So, Steve, a lot of guys moving around trying to figure out if they want to go to the front or go to the back. And that's normal here at Daytona to see that.
Yeah, it just all depends on how comfortable they are where they're at currently. Sometimes these front guys, for whatever reason, they want to go to the back for a while and follow everybody. But myself, I'm afraid to be back there because that's where all the wrecks happen. I would prefer to be up front, as far up front as I can.
Well, everybody knows my game plan when we come to Daytona and Talladega. Usually I just kind of ride at the back and let everybody sort their stuff out, because it seems to me, Steve, that when they wreck, usually it's up there at the front. More so not at the back. It's usually guys up there trying to race for those stage points, which remember, folks, how tight this playoff is right now with some of these guys going all the way to lap 30. That will be under green. And we do want to check out the standings right here. This is what it looks like as of right now. If Brad Chew up there in that mix, up there around 11th, needs to get him some stage points. Joshua Suss right there, as well as Joshua Rodriguez up here trying to get him some with Jose Luis Rivera, Brandon Bullock. That's all 25 of them. Broadfoot right there sitting in 19th. Schumann right there, 11 up as well. And then there you see Jeff Mert, Chris Blanchard, all these guys, Stephen Thomas, Jordan Jurassic. All these guys have locked themselves in. So it doesn't make a damn what happens to them tonight. They got it made. Stephen Gregory up 50, but he's still got a shot to be able to not make it right here, Steve. So that's one thing about Daytona that I love so much, and I'm happy NASCAR's going back to it next year because this right here, this is how you finish out a regular season for the playoffs. We're going into the playoffs.
Daytona and Talladega is one of those places where you can start in the rear and be in the front in a matter of 5-6 laps. So it's anybody's race at any time. There's no, unlike some of these mile-and-a-half ovals where one guy leads the whole race, but not here. The lead is constantly changing here.
Always is. We are catching a little bit of lap traffic. That is Matthew Montgomery. Hopefully he will be able to hang right where he's at. He'll have to figure out which lane he wants to get in. Now he's going to jump up to the top side and let these guys go by. Everybody 2 by 2 all the way through the field. Here they come. Check out the draft. This is what the draft does right here at Daytona, Talladega. I mean, Montgomery doing 173 miles an hour. Everybody else doing 190 miles an hour, straight up moving to his inside. I mean, he just shot back just that quick. But Montgomery will get the lucky dog should a caution come out. He just got to hope like hell it doesn't happen at lap 60 and run all the way to lap 60. So he's probably hoping for a caution here pretty soon, and hopefully him not being in it. Up front, Scruggs, Wade, Justin White, and Ron Johnson, all these guys up here, even with Joshua Rodriguez, talked about him in the situation he's in as well. And Ed Osborne up here could play a big factor in this as well. And just like Wesley Outland would say, Steve, a little wiggle, a giggle, and a jiggle, all that, literally seeing these guys that you just saw Rodriguez wiggle a little bit going into turn 3 right there.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes is a little wiggle. Somebody else behind him gets skips a heartbeat, and pretty soon they've got trucks going all over the place. But so far tonight, these guys, they're wiggling around a little bit, but nobody's panicking. Everybody seems to be calm, doing their own thing, and staying off of each other.
There's Ryan Johnson, got the VR headset hooked up. Right there on the bottom side, right there with Brandon Bullock up to his outside. Still dead even heat race right here between Ted Wade, Dustin Scruggs, and both of them actually teammates, which is kind of ironic, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Ted Wade, Dustin Scruggs, both of them with Mission 1 Esports. Brady LaBeouf in the house as well back there. There you see in the purple and black number 24. Wade jumps down, gets in front of Scruggs. I thought both of them may be wanting to try to control both the lanes. Here we go now. Here comes Rodriguez in the 4. He's on the outside. Bullock all over his tailgate, giving him the shove. And Holden McGill with 4 wins on the season, trying to make it 5 here tonight at Daytona. That would be domination as far as the wins goes here this season, other than having Tristan Bruce, who's also won the same amount that he's had.
Brady LaBeouf looks like he's had enough of that top lane for a little bit. He just jumped down to the middle lane. Got an opening down there. Joshua Rodriguez up there in that top lane holding the lead. Ted Wade underneath him, followed by Joshua Rodriguez, Dustin Scruggs, Brandon Bullock, and Justin White.
And I would not be surprised not one bit to see this go all the way to lap 30, and we stay green all the way through it right there. I would not be surprised to not see a caution, because these guys, they got their stuff together on these super speedways, such like Michigan, Steve. We saw that a couple of weeks ago with the speeds and the racing that we saw at Michigan. Was probably one of the best races that I've ever personally seen in Nazareth, and they pulled it off to a T perfectly. Was one of the best races, like I said, that not only for Nazareth, but in general. Rodriguez going to take the lead. He's going to jump down to the bottom side. He's going to leave Bullock up there on the top side. Big slide right there by Ted Wade. Wade looking to maybe go back to the inside and kick Rodriguez in the middle. Now the outside lane. It's going to power on. Here comes Bullock. Here comes McGill. Here comes Shane Trotter from 31st up here, trying to get him a win here tonight and make himself into the playoffs, into that 20.
We got quite a few that have made some big moves. Brandon Bullock up 21 spots. Joshua Rodriguez 18. Holden McGill 14. Keith Haney currently in 8th. He's up 17. And Brady LaBeouf, he's currently in 10th, up 20 positions. So is Joshua Swash back there in 15th. And then James Beard currently 13th, up 16 spots.
And obviously last night was Halloween. We asked last night for the Veterans for Life ARCA series that was live here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network what your favorite candy was. Some of you was actually saying candy corn. I think somebody said something about that. But it lighted up out there on the live chat. What candy did you eat last night? We're not going that way. We're not going that way, Dean. No, Dean, I'm not going to go that far. That's a little inside joke. We might talk about it under caution if we get one, which is a fact from what we're hearing from our producer, Dean. We'll get to it. We'll let y'all worry about that. But let us know what your favorite candy is. If you have not yet, make sure you like and subscribe to the Nazareth 360 Racing Network for everything that you see 5 nights a week. Also, going to have a big old Thanksgiving race at Talladega, I believe it is, coming up on Black Friday. It'll be here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network as well. So hopefully you'll be able to tune in on that one, get your belly full, and belly full of turkey and dressing and mashed taters and all that good stuff, and come on back and watch some great racing here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Bullock clears his stealth on Joshua Rodriguez, thought better of it, jumps back up. Rodriguez goes back to the front. If Ted Wade gets clear, he may jump up and try to get some help from Bullock. We got a little bit of action back here on the top side. One driver jumped up looking to see 96. That is Montgomery once again. Montgomery trying to do it the hard way right here, Steve. He's trying to get back on the lead lap the hard way.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard way to do, especially if you don't have any help.
And everybody looks like some of them going down right here for that pit.
Oh, no, we got a wreck in the pit.
Yeah, 47, Isaac Bevan in the 47. Gets slid a little bit, might have got a tapping the back end right here. No caution yet. No caution will be thrown on pit road. And Steve, this is about what I was thinking right here with that 65% fuel capacity right here. Seeing guys go down as we see everybody literally lined up down the back straightaway. I'd expect to see some more green flag pit stops.
Yes, sir. That was what my math said too. About lap 20 or so, they would be coming in, and with the 65% fuel, they're going to be pitting a lot more. So you're looking at they're going to be pitting at least 5 times this race, including that into stage 2.
There they go, the big dogs coming in. Wade,
everybody.
Ted Wade, damn near came in way too hot right there. I think he was able to pull it off. Dylan Cardenas, Jordan Jurassic, those guys elect to stay out, but literally the whole damn field more or less coming down pit road. And what I think will not be for tires, it's going to be for gas right here. Some of them may take 2 tires, but I don't see that happening right here, Steve. I think it's just going to all be gas, and they're going to gas up. And I'll say this, I'm sitting there watching a bunch of them. A lot of them taking their sweet time going off of pit road right here. They stayed down there for a good while right there, Steve. I think he might have took 4 tires right there.
Yeah, I think that would be a big mistake. They've only got 3 sets, so that included the set they started the race on. So that only gave them 2 sets. So that gives them 40 laps before they can change tires again.
Yeah, give or take, but we'll see how that works out. As now here comes Dustin Scruggs out in front of everybody. Obviously, Jurassic and Cardenas, they are on pit road at this time. Right behind him, Tim Wade back here. He's got Ryan Johnson to his tailgate. Looking to see about this whole deal with Rodriguez and them. They were trying to fire off on the outside, but nothing worked out for them. It did not play out for them the way that they wanted it to happen. So it looks like Scruggs, Wade, Johnson, they're going to be up there at the top. Watch this right here, folks. Watch this. This is going to throw y'all big time right here as far as that. Woo! Sliding right by Dylan Cardenas. And now, up on this outside lane, Jose Luis Rivera in the 20 up on the outside. He's getting shoved from Matthew Montgomery. They're trying to go to the front.
Jordan Jurassic is out there. He's going to wait to come in until he's running on fumes, apparently. He just came out. I apologize. I didn't hear you right, apparently. But there we go. We got Dustin Scruggs on that bottom line holding the lead. Ted Wade right behind him, giving him a little push coming to the front stretch, start-finish line. Jose Luis Rivera up there on top trying to sneak in also.
About 7 to go right here when we will get to the end of stage number 1, and that's where we're going to pay out some playoff points, some stage points. Scruggs up front, he's already locked in. Ted Wade, I'm sure he's probably already locked in according to how the points would be. Wade been up front a good portion of the season. Jose Luis Rivera, we saw him right there. Check him out below that cut line, baby. He's wanting to try to get up there. Wade up there, 22 up as well. Johnson, who won last week. Matthew Montgomery is up there on that outside lane. He's shoving Jose Luis Rivera. That 96 is a lap down. He's trying to do it the hard way. And right behind him, Brady LaBeouf, the boss man in the house in the number 24. And Holden McGill and Matt Cherry, they join this outside lane. 2 by 2, 5 rows right here with the top 10 right here. Top 9 if you want to call it that, with Montgomery being 1 lap down.
Dustin Scruggs getting ready to come out of turn 4 with Jose Luis Rivera up there on his top, getting a push by Ted. I believe that's Ted that's behind Rivera. No, that's I'm lost right now.
And here goes Rivera down to the bottom side. Montgomery up top. LaBeouf may want to try to move him out of the way. We're here from our producer. We'll play a little side-by-side ad with you. If you don't mind, make sure that we got to play some bells. Not yet. Justin Bruce in the 3, upside down. And he will bring out the caution right here, coming to stage number 1. Holy hell, Bruce got up in the air, all 4 tires off of the ground. There you see it right there. See what happens. Chew up top. And then you got the 19, that's Adam Newton right behind Tristan Bruce. And I think there was a little bit of contact from the back end. Yes, it was Blanchard. Blanchard in the 9 just absolutely loses it up on that top side. Rodriguez gets him in the right rear, and Blanchard was already turning right there. Steve sends him straight down, and then at that point, Tristan Bruce, the air just gets up under to the left side, and woo, straight over right there goes Tristan Bruce. And that could have been a whole lot worse right there, Steve, for Tristan Bruce. It could have been a lot worse because he gets all 4 tires off the ground, but just comes around, slides, nobody hits him. Blanchard locks it down, trying not to hit the inside retaining wall. I think Tristan Bruce is going to be okay, Miss Sharon Bruce out there. Let's go T. Bruce. He took a hell of a ride, Sharon, but I think he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, when you end up in a situation like that, especially when you're down there minding your own business and all of a sudden you're airborne, that makes you suck up the seat a little bit. I've been there.
But there you see Brandon Schumann. Now we got Chris Blanchard. Watch this right here. There. Oh boy, that's a scary sight right there. There you see right there, Tristan just straight up, and then Blanchard right here. There comes Brian Chew, I believe it was. That might have been Adam Newton, actually. Did Blanchard lock it up? Yes, he did. He did not hit that inside retaining wall. We got a lot of them going down pit road. Rivera's got to stay out. Scruggs will end up going in. Johnson goes in. Wade goes in. McGill, all these guys going in just to top off right here. So Johnson stays out with Rivera. About everybody else goes down pit road as the pace lights is still on. So that's going to give us opportunity to go ahead and hear from some of our sponsors. And we was fixing to do the side-by-side until Tristan Bruce got upside down. So we're going to take a quick break, bring you right back with action. Don't go anywhere. You've been watching the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series live here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Folks, we're back here at Daytona looking at Jose Luis Rivera. He's going to end up getting that stage win. Just got confirmation from the boss man. So we'll go ahead and bring him up real quick while the pace lights is off. We're getting ready to go back green. And bring it up, Jose Luis Rivera up here at the front. How about it for your stage 1 winner? That's what we're hearing from the boss man, Jose, is that you won stage 1. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. This actually might be my first stage win of the year.
Well, I mean, Jose, congratulations on that. But we saw that points, position of you being below the cut line. Saw a lot of them going in right there, probably topping off of fuel and everything else. What's it going to take to keep that number 20 up at the front and lock yourself in to the playoffs?
We're all going to have to pit one more time. We don't. From what I'm seeing, we don't have enough fuel to get to the end of the next stage. So one way or the other, we're all going to have to pit again. Just hopefully we even out a little bit during this run.
And Jose, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I also have a teammate behind me, James Beard, right there, my boy.
Absolutely, and Ryan. Jose. I was looking at Ryan. I'm watching Ryan on mine, but Jose, if you won this race right here, would this be the biggest race win of your career here with Nazareth?
Oh, it might be. I've never been this far behind the cutoff, coming to the cutoff race.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll let you get back down there with your teammate, get some strategy, and get it lined up. Congratulations on stage 1 win, buddy.
Thank you, my friend.
It was Jose Luis Rivera got that stage 1 win, and he seems like he's pumped up tonight, Steve. You're always pumped up when you come to Daytona. Hell, everybody is.
Oh, yeah, always. And you know what? We may even have somebody get locked into the playoffs that's not even on the leaderboard right now.
That's a good point. I looked there for a second, and I was looking for Ed Osborne, and he was nowhere to be found on that, and Ed Osborne started in the 3rd spot. So, hell, anything is possible right here. See it out there, Kristen Bruce. Dang, T. Bruce. Nice little action flip back to your wheels. We'll see if he can be able to get that number 3 back up there at the front. Green flag in the air. Rivera, Beard, teammates for DEP Racing. They got a hell of a jump. They're going to jump up to that outside, try to get with Ryan Johnson to the inside. Teb Wade of Dustin Scruggs. Now Wade jumps down. Now Rivera, Beard, they jump down. Here comes Johnson on the outside trying to get Dustin Scruggs to get some help. Rivera's going to throw the block on Johnson going down the backstretch.
Yeah, Rivera's still up there in that top side. Johnson right behind him.
And Rivera's going to be up top. Johnson trying to give the shove. Got to be careful. Can't be bump drafted going into these corners. You got to end up like Blanchard and T. Bruce while I go. Now, here comes Johnson on the outside. Got the shove from Rivera. If you have not yet, make sure you like and subscribe to the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Rivera up top. Johnson trying to come down. Maybe split up the DEP Racing teammates, but not going to happen. Here comes Beard on the inside. Here comes Wade trying to give him the shove. Holden McGill up here in this battle as well. McGill started 18th in the field, and Brady LaBeouf up here on this outside with Matt Cherry up here with Justin White, Brian Chew. I mean, there's so many of them are up here at the front, Steve. If you had to pick one to win it here tonight, who's your pick?
Yeah, that's a tough one because it could be any one of these guys. I mean, it could be Brady. Hell, even Matt Cherry might come up and sneak in and win too. It's just hard to say. Too early to tell right now.
We'll see how that works out there. You see right there with the 20 right there, Emo Knight. I believe that's what it says right there with Jose Luis Rivera and the number 20 up on that top side. Getting a little bit tight right here with his teammate, James Beard. Both the DEP Racing trucks trying to control these lanes. One on the bottom, one on the top side. That way nobody else can try to jump up and be able to grasp hold of this race right here, Steve. I think that is an absolute brilliant call right there with those guys up on the top and on the bottom. Check out the ticker right here on the left side. DSR Electric Truck Series. We're going to be at Charlotte come Monday. Xfinity Series. We're going to be at Vegas. That's going to be a good one. And then obviously, Cup cars will be at Kansas. We're going to be in the next gen cars. And then there you see right there with Goat Locker, I believe we are going to Richmond next Thursday night. So that'll be a good one right there. And folks, if you haven't yet, I always love to plug my podcast. Wesley Outland does that as well. Make sure you go hit a follow to the Door Banging Download Spotify Apple Podcasts. Make sure that your children ain't listening. We get a little bit crazy. Say a lot of stuff we can't say on the broadcast. And you get my point of view of some of the races. And we like to have a little fun, make some good laughs, and always entertain time. Had Jonathan Cofield on the show, runs with us in Nazareth, looking to possibly run here in the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series for Season 10. So we'll see how that ends up working out. But I had a good talk with Cofield last night. Here we go. LaBeouf, he's going to try to completely throw me off. Johnson and now Wade, they're going to completely throw me off. The hell with the podcast at this point. We're 3 wide here at Daytona, Steve.
And unfortunately, it looks like Ted Wade got left alone in the center, and now he's by himself, has to sneak back down in there. But yeah, what you were saying, those two running in the front like they are, that does make it hard for these other guys. The only way they can do it is create that third line up on the top.
For a second, they went 3 wide, jumped back to 2 wide. LaBeouf lost a couple of spots, slides back a little bit. He's got Cherry to his back bumper. Mission 1 Esports looking pretty good right now. And we'll see how that all ends up working out. Justin White down here on this inside as well. Up top, Rivera, Scruggs, Scruggs give the shot. Still on his tailgate. Still shoving him going into 1 and 2. Down the inside, James Beard down there in the 25 as well. Scruggs being very aggressive in that number 11. Shoving Rivera. Check it out right here. Justin White got a little bit of whiskey probably in that bad boy. And now Rivera jumps down to the bottom side. He's going to try to roll with James Beard. Here comes Scruggs. Here comes Wade from Mission 1 Esports.
Christian Bruce running up in the front right now in that top lane. Excuse me, he's in the... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I got my leaderboard backwards. My bad. I was looking at the bottom, forgot to scroll it back up. Yep, Dustin Scruggs, Ted Wade still up there holding the lead. Brady LaBeouf up there in right behind Ted Wade, slowly moving his way up to the front. He's gained 27 spots now since the start of this race.
The boss man does not give a damn. He is on the charge here tonight, trying to help out Mission 1 Esports with some of them that might want to be able to try to make it in the playoffs. Ted Wade right there with that cusp, about 22 up coming into tonight. And Wade trying to get up here and lock himself in. Dustin Scruggs ain't won a race all damn season. He wants to win one as well. Rivera below that cut line trying to get up here, get him a win and lock himself in. Wade, Scruggs, battle for the lead. Rivera, LaBeouf right behind him. Then you got Beard, you got Cherry, you got Holden McGill, you got Brian Chew, Joshua Rodriguez, Justin White with the whiskey in the cup. That's your top 10 off turn 2.
And after that top 10, there's quite a ways back. They were anyways. They were single file from about the 8th row back. But they've all bunching up again.
And remember, folks, one driver that you're not seeing in the field is Jeff Merck. And Merck is on vacation this week, but he's got enough points. He's good to go. There you saw the lock right beside Jeff Merck's name, so Jeff Merck ain't got to worry about nothing. He will be playoff racing come next week. Up front, it is Scruggs, it is Wade, it is Rivera, it is Brady LaBeouf up here with the top 4. 2 by 2 all the way through the field coming off of turn number 2. Can't believe I mean, that was just perfect how that worked out. Literally all the way through the field from what I'm seeing. Matthew Montgomery in the 96 got a hell of a shot back in the back. Bruce, I think, got into him. Stacks up the whole backside, but everybody keeps it straight as Rivera goes to the front here at Daytona.
Well, he did a good job of saving that truck. He went down to the grass, kept it straight, came back up onto the apron, then back to the surface, and still going strong. What a save.
And Scruggs is actually the one that was in the lead. My apologies. With these night lights here at Daytona, Steve, indeed, I mean, it'll throw you off. I mean, hell, both of them, well, I can't really say nothing. One of them's a white truck, one of them's a black truck. I completely missed it, but I mean, hell, the lights, they need to make them a little bit brighter. We need some more money invested in Daytona. We need the lights up just a little bit more. Wade, LaBeouf on the top side. Wade gets a shove from LaBeouf. Right behind him, you got Matt Cherry. So 3 guys right there with Mission 1 Esports. I believe Cherry, yes. Matt Cherry with Mission 1 Esports. So now 4 if you want to count Dustin Scruggs up here with these guys. So 4 of Mission 1 Esports literally running almost inside the top 5. Call it top 6 that you see on your screen right there. Steve, if you're a Mission 1 Esports fan, you got to be loving this right here. You got to.
Yes, they do. It's, these guys up here are all up front, helping each other, pushing each other, blocking for each other. That's the way a team is supposed to work, is run together like that.
And that's the name of the game when we come to Daytona, Talladega, is always about teamwork. And there you see it right there, Rivera with teammates right there with James Beard. And then you got the other 4 of the Mission 1 Esports up here. They're trying to roll together. Joshua Rodriguez up here trying to get him some as well. And Blue Line Racing, some of these guys from Blue Line Racing, though, Steve, we haven't heard a lot about some of these guys. Adam Newton saw him with that little bit of action that happened. Keith Bradley, we have not talked about him all night. And he's back there sitting in the 16th spot right now, or excuse me, 21st spot rather. That's where he started, was 16th. But he's back there sitting in the 21st spot Ryan Johnson up here working with them up here with Blue Line. So he's been up here at the front. Huck actually back there in the back sitting in 30th. So I think a lot of these guys just being just calm, cool, and collected. There you see Stephen Thomas got the virtual cam. What's that, a 55? We was talking about this pre-race. Is that a 55 Williams? Is that Jason Williams jersey? We may have to talk to Stephen about that. I think that is a Jason Williams basketball jersey. Then again, I could be wrong. I mean, line it up out there in the live chat. 45 of you here tonight. Let us know, because I'm a basketball fan. I love basketball, but let me know, if I'm missing something here. Is it a Williams that I'm not, or that I'm missing right there? It was a white jersey, so we'll figure it out. But Wade Scruggs, they still up front. LaBeouf, Rivera right behind them, Steve.
LaBeouf and Rivera right behind him, and some other guys sneaking that little front end out to see if thinking about going up to that third lane, whether they want to do it or not. A little early yet, but I would say here in about the next 5-6 laps, they should be starting to do some more pit stops.
We'll see how that ends up working out for them, especially when that happens. But, Steve, I'll be honest with you. We're seeing this battle right up here at the front, literally 2 by 2, all the way through the field right here. I think everybody's just biding their time. Nobody trying to be aggressive. Nobody wanting to take a shot, anything like that. If you have not yet, make sure that you have liked and subscribed to the National 360 Race Network. If you haven't done it yet, I tell you what, we'll throw a little bit of a curveball right here at him, Steve. If you want the Redneck Announcer to buy you a beer, hit that like and subscribe button. And hell, we'll figure something out. Maybe we can figure out how to be able to get you a beer. If you're in Rome, Georgia, next time around, let me know that you liked and subscribed. You got to have proof. You got to screenshot it. Show me. Because I don't do that. I don't do that where you tell me, yeah, I did it, and you didn't. So, Steve, you gotta have the proof, right?
Always got to have the proof. But Ted Wade, Dustin Scruggs still up there holding on to the lead. These two teammates up there, it's going to be very tough for these guys to get around them. And, yeah, I don't see anything happening until probably that, not only in the third stage, but I would say probably about that last 20 laps or so. And Brady LaBeouf now has gone up into second place there next to Ted Wade and sneaking out into the front.
Check out on that outside lane, the boss man, Brady LaBeouf, up on the top side, getting the shove from Cherry. He's going to jump down and have Ted Wade right behind him. I've got a feeling I see where this is going right here, Steve. Now LaBeouf probably going to let Cherry down right here and have that 4 horses of the Mission 1 Esports train on that inside lane. That way maybe they can help one another out and get that lined up there. You see Cherry, obviously he's going to go down, and obviously he's going to be lined up on that inside. So that's perfect timing right there for him to be able to get ready for pit stops coming up that you were talking about, Steve.
Yep, I just heard him call it on the radio.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Keith Bradley, Joshua Sust, Jordan Jurassic, some of the drivers back here in this wreck. And wow. Wow. This is a big wreck right here. This is a huge wreck right here. It was a huge stack up on the inside lane. Yeah, Joshua Sust, but it all started there. You see Keith Haney right here. Haney's going to lock it up. Wood, the whole inside lane, a big stack up on that inside lane. And then Haney ends up getting tagged. Newton gets tagged. Newton gets set by Suss. And then Keith Bradley right behind him. Bradley's going to get involved as well. Robbie Richards, I was looking to see. Yes, Richards was able to get by it. But everybody behind it gets caught up. Stephen Gregory barely misses this. You'll see that 61 up there on the top side. Just sneak right by it. Stephen Thomas. Oh, hell. Whoa, Thomas almost gets involved. There's Jurassic. Literally, there's Blue Line Racing. All 4 of them. Bad as I got to say it right there for Blue Line Racing. Suss, Newton, Bradley, and Hunt Wigginton all 4 of them right there getting collected right here in this crash right here. So caution out once again. Check it out. Jordan Jurassic, he tried to find a hole. There was an outside lane that may have worked out right there. Dylan Cardenas able to sneak by some of them, just go all the way to the grass. Because, Steve, I mean, you see a wreck in front of you. You can take it all the way to the grass. You can go anywhere you want to try to be able to miss the crashes. We do see a lot of guys going down to top off right here, Steven.
Yeah, I think they're going to top off. I don't think anybody will get any tires. If they do, that'll be a big mistake because they still got quite a ways to go, about 60 laps, 55, 60 laps or so. So they should only be topping off and then heading back out.
Joshua Rodriguez, Matt Cherry spinning around right here on pit road. Probably got tagged and looking right here to see kind of what happened to Cherry. No, Cherry actually just hits the gas right here. Nobody gets into him. You will see one driver kind of come through right there. That was Wood. Maybe it freaked him out a little bit. But on pit road, Steve, with that instance right there, iRacing allows them to be able to drive through other trucks. That way, when they drive in there, nobody can end up trying to kill each other or nothing like that, because obviously we don't want any of that. But, I mean, he just got on the gas and just kind of lost it all on his own. Joshua Rodriguez, up front, has not made that pit stop yet, so he might be on a little bit different strategy, because, Steve, he ain't going to be able to make it all the way to the end.
No, he won't. He's going to have to pit here eventually. I'm just going to look to see when he pitted the last time. That was on lap 26. So, yeah, he should have went in because he's only going to get a few more laps in before he has to come in anyways.
We'll see what happens right here with Joshua Rodriguez. Well, we've got the opportunity right here under caution. Take us a quick commercial break. Bring you back here for the end of stage number 2, which will end at lap 60. Don't go anywhere. You've been watching the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series live here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
Well, alrighty, folks, we're back here at Daytona for the regular season finale here for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series, the Premier Racing Setups 250. And obviously, Premier Racing Setups, you need one, you know where to go. Go check them out, premierracingsetups.com. And proud to have them sponsoring the Concerns of Police, NASRA as a whole. Have them sponsor me, the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves, in the house with the Viking, Steve Bartlett, and obviously the Australian Dean Hopton Biggles, and all our sponsors. Obviously, the Concerns of Police Survivors. I say it all the time. Great organization, and proud to be able to talk good about our men and women in blue and the families of just a great organization, and hopefully each and every one of you feel the same way that I do about that. Getting ready for a restart. Pace car is off. Rodriguez, McGill up front. Remember, Rodriguez stayed out right here for this restart. So Rodriguez up front, McGill, LaBeouf Wade Scruggs up here at the front. Brandon Broadfoot up here on the 22 as well, up on that top side. Rodriguez down on the bottom side. He's got LaBeouf trying to give him the shove. But up top, Holden McGill in the number 12. He has got Ted Wade damn near gonna wreck him off turn 2. Nah, I'm just kidding. Gives him a good shove off turn 2. McGill leads.
And not a big surprise seeing Holden McGill up here. He's been up front most of the season. Won quite a few races this year. Then we got Joshua Rodriguez on the bottom, as Jake was saying, Brady LaBeouf right behind him, giving him a push, and Ted Wade up above, giving Joshua a push. So far, it's been a real good race. That was the first wreck we've had. Been very clean, and we're going to go about halfway through here in a couple of laps.
Well, Steven, I can't believe that you completely forgot about Tristan Bruce going upside down right there coming to the end of stage 1. You can't forget about that one. But, I mean, hell, you know, we're waiting for a big wreck, because that's the ones that we always remember, Steven, is the big wrecks. And that's what we just saw a while ago with Blue Line Racing with, Keith Bradley, all those guys. And they're still out there a little bit tore up looking back through here. Keith Bradley, Adam Newton, they're still up to speed. But obviously the back ends on Bradley a little bit dented in. Looking up here to see some of you guys right here. Mark wanting these boys to mix it up. Well, damn, Jeff, you ain't here to help them mix it up. I mean, you need to be here to help them if you want them to mix it up that much. Adam Lichty up here. Next time you are in Pigeon Forward to see, I will buy you 1 or 3 or so. Do not tempt me with a good time, sir. Do not tempt me with a good time. I'll take that all day long, and I'll buy you one as well. But up front, McGill still got the lead, trying to roll on this top side. Remember, going to lap 60, we will have a caution at lap 60. A little bit different, like I was talking about, Steve, than what Nazareth does. Usually it's 25 and 50. A little bit different here tonight, as there you see Rodriguez. Rodriguez going down pit road. You don't want to do that right there. He's going to be all by himself right here.
Yeah, that was a big mistake for him to wait this long to go in. He should have went in with everybody else. And like you said, he's being out there on the track by yourself, you're going to get lapped real easy, even after you've already come in and gotten fuel.
And that's going to open the door wide open for the inside lane. Now Broadfoot comes up here, gives a shove to LaBeouf. LaBeouf kind of threw a little bit of a late block up there. That stacks up the outside lane. So McGill's going to take off. He's going to take away with a lead. Wade right behind him. Scruggs behind him. Matthew Montgomery, folks, was 1 lap down at one point. And, yeah, I mean, he went from getting turned almost completely ended his night off turn 2. Now he's up here inside the top 10. Now the action starts to kick up. This is what Mama Merck and Daddy Merck, I guess Jeff Merck, wanted to see. Here we go, 3 wide. Matt Cherry up top, Scruggs in the middle. This is what we were waiting for. Hell yeah, they must have heard it. They must have heard it on the broadcast. We want 3 wide. You got 3 wide here in Daytona. Cherry up top for the lead.
That just shows you how bad these guys want these playoff points so they can make it into that final 20. Because every point they get right now counts.
And now Cherry going to slip back just a little bit. Now he's going to have LaBeouf to his inside. Justin White down there as well. Teammates door banging with Brady LaBeouf and Matt Cherry. McGill going to lead them right smack dab in the middle lane. Wade down on the bottom side. McGill now goes to the bottom side. Scruggs in the middle and put a Cherry on top with Matt Cherry up there getting the shove from Ryan Johnson and McGill all the way on the bottom. Steven, I got a feeling we're fixing to see a hell of a wreck right here because these guys, like you said, stage points, playoff points, all that is on the table right here. It's just going to be interesting if they can hold it together for at least another 6 or 7 laps.
Yeah, these guys are going to be fighting tooth and nail to get those points. That's for sure. And we're already seeing it going 2-3 wide. And just think how much fun this is going to be towards the end of the race when we get down to 20 laps to go. Man, we might even see 3 or 4 laps, or 3 or 4 wide.
And folks, we're actually seeing as well Jordan Jurassic up here a lap down, 165 miles an hour He is going to be the first one they catch. Then they're going to catch Joshua Rodriguez, who just went down pit road. He's got Dylan Cardenas. He's got some draft. So they're doing about 185. There you see Jordan Jurassic down on the bottom side will give way to the leaders. They go back to 2 wide right here, but I got a feeling they're going to be 3 wide when they catch Dylan Cardenas and Joshua Rodriguez. If they catch them, the only difference is they got draft. Jurassic has none. So if they get 3 wide and they catch these boys right here coming to the end of stage number 2, you might see a hell of a wreck. I got a feeling, because they ain't none of them going to care. They're all going to be going for those points. Scruggs up top, McGill on the bottom, Wade, LaBeouf, Bullock, Gregory. That's the top 6. All of them going 2 wide at this point. But Matt Cherry trying to roll with Johnson. Here comes Bevan, 47, Isaac Bevan to the top side. He's going to try to get up here and maybe snag a stage win, get him some playoff points, and try to get himself into the playoffs, into that 20. He takes it all the way to the top side. Scruggs, LaBeouf, Wade right there on that middle to inside lane. Bevan going for the lead off turn 4.
And we got one truck coming into pit already. I think he would have had enough fuel to get to the end, but maybe that's a strategy. Maybe he wants to, he's expecting everybody to come in during the caution for the end of the stage here in about 4 or 5 laps. That way he'll come back out and he'll take the lead when these guys go in.
Everybody 3 by 3, almost 6, 7 rows deep. Now they're going to catch the lap traffic up in front of them. It's Cardenas, it's Rodriguez, both of them flip around a little bit. They're going to jump to the bottom side and let everybody slide right by them. You saw Brandon Broadfoot down pit road. He is just now leaving pit road, and these guys are going to catch him in a hurry. McGill has the lead. Here comes Scruggs. Here comes LaBeouf. 3 wide once again, but that outside middle lane, they're rocking and rolling a little bit faster. Now Wade gets up, gives the shove to McGill, and these pushes that we're seeing, Steven, they're not as aggressive as what you're going to see when it comes to about 10 to go. That's when they're just going to shove them for all they're worth.
Yeah, these are just little like love taps right now.
Love
just
taps.
To get you up there, just to get you there into that into the stage and maybe get some points there. But yeah, they're going to get to the point where hey, you need to move out of my way and bump you then.
I don't know about move out of my way. It might be get the hell out of my way. It might be what they're thinking. Broadfoot down on the bottom side goes ahead, lets everybody go right there. And obviously he's going to be fighting for the lucky dog when we get to that caution. But the problem is he's going to end up having all these guys that's back here with Broadfoot back here with Rodriguez, Cardenas, all these guys. So he's got to be very careful that Rodriguez does not end up jumping by him and end up screwing him up from trying to get back on the lead lap. Because we talked about Broadfoot needing all the points he can get. We'll see how that works out. Still 3 wide now for the lead. Scruggs on the bottom. Gregory now up there in this middle. Started 24th. And now LaBeouf on that outside with Isaac Bevan, MDW right behind Gregory. McGill giving a shove to Scruggs. Wade, Cherry on that bottom side. A little bit more help on that inside, but that middle lane has got a lot of help as well. And that outside lane, they just can't get no commitments up there, Steve. They just can't get nobody to commit to stay up there as we are 2 laps to go here in stage number 2.
Yeah, they need to get that help up there on the top line if they want to do anything with it. But, you know, it's still a little early. I can understand why they're not doing it. It is the end of stage 2. They still got a whole nother stage to go and about 40 laps after that. So there's still plenty of time for them to go 3 wide towards the end of the race and maybe even 4 wide.
Well, I'll say this. If at any point you go 3 wide, you go right now because we're coming to the end of stage number 2. One more lap to decide it here at Daytona. Scruggs on the bottom, Gregory up on the middle lane. Nobody is elected to jump up and get up on that top side. McGill now gives the shove, goes to Scruggs, jumps up. Gregory's going to be his help. And Scruggs not able to put the block. He's going to have to trust in Ted Wade. Trust in Wade is what Scruggs is going to have to do. McGill gives a great run. Gregory gives him a hell of a shove. Jurassic down on the bottom side. Lap traffic will not play a factor. McGill jumps down. Scruggs gives McGill a shot, and that might be all she wrote. McGill may end up getting him a stage. Wait a minute, here comes Scruggs. He's going to jump up, try to get Gregory to give him the shove. They make contact. Gregory tried to give the shove, but it's not going to be enough. McGill gets it at the line, and they went 3 and 4 wide trying to come over the line. McGill gets him by, give or take, about 10 1,000ths of a second. We'll just pretty much call it what it was, and that's exactly what it was. Holden McGill gets stage number 2 win. Get this right here. Wow.
Another good stage, good racing. It was tight. You had people helping each other, had people not helping others, and wow, it's just
damn.
Yeah, McGill just barely got that one.
There you saw Stephen Gregory just try to shoot up through the middle. He tried, and it worked. He gave a good shove to McGill. Worked out pretty good for McGill and Scruggs. I mean, trust him, Wade. He got him some points, but he just didn't get the stage win or anything like that. We're going to stick around real quick, kind of see what everybody's going to be doing. Obviously, I think everybody's going to be making pit stops for fuel. Everybody having to check up real hard right now doing 30 miles an hour. So don't adjust your screen and think anything's crazy like we've had a wrong button here or something. There's the reason why they're coming around for the pace car right there. Everybody will gas back up. And that's just one of them things with iRacing. You just got to wait on that damn pace car because they drive like an old lady on the interstate on I-75 in Atlanta. Sometimes you just got to be in that situation. But here we go. McGill leads them all down pit road. We do want to mention Brandon Broadfoot did get that lucky dog. So Brandon Broadfoot will get back on the lead lap. It's going to kick Rodriguez down, I believe. Rodriguez did not beat Brandon Broadfoot to the line right there. So it looks like that Broadfoot will end up being the lucky dog. Actually, no. Looks like Rodriguez is going around, so Rodriguez must have got the lucky dog. I thought Broadfoot was able to beat him right there. But Holden McGill, winner of stage number 2. He's going to win the battle off of pit road with ease. Nobody even come close to try to beat Holden McGill coming off of pit road right there. Well, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. I got to run out to the truck. I got to get me a little bit of tobacco because I got a feeling we're going to be in for one hell of a finish here tonight. Don't go anywhere. You've been watching the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series live on the NASRA 360 Racing Network.
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Well, folks, we are back here at Daytona. And believe it or not, when you get VIP access with NASRA, they go ahead and they have a magic elevator that just sends you all the way back to your truck. You can run in there real quick, grab your tobacco, get right back up here not a problem. May end up being a little bit of Murph's Magical Creations, be able to create that elevator. So appreciate them for everything they do. Bring up Holden McGill, stage 2 winner. And Holden, that was a hell of a finish right there. Are we going to see that kind of finish again here tonight to end out the race?
I sure hope so. That just kind of worked out perfectly for me.
Well, but Holden, what's it going to take to keep that number 12 up here at the front and get the win here tonight at Daytona?
Track position, and you got to have friends.
We'll see how that ends up working out. They are working their way through 3 and 4. We'll let him get back with his teammates. Holden, appreciate your time, buddy.
Thanks, Jake. Catch you later.
Send him on back down there. I kind of might have cut him off right there a little bit, Dane. I was just trying to make sure that he got down there, had enough time to work with Warrior Race City Sports, with Bullock, Cody Knott, Raul Meza, all his teammates down there as we're getting ready for the start of the final stage. Here tonight, we're going all the way to lap 100. May end up going over. See 3 green, white checkers. It can happen. Green flag. Who is going to make the top 20 in the points here tonight? Green flag going into turn 1. McGill, Scruggs, they're on the bottom. Bullock up top with Warrior Racing. He's trying to get the shove. He's got Wade trying to give him the shove, and MDW trying to work as well.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting because I was watching them on pit road. Some of them just did a gas and go, and some put on tires, and that would probably be their last set of tires. So I think these other guys that didn't take tires will come in right around lap 80 when they do their next pit stop and use those tires to try and get to the front.
And Bullock trying to hold on for all he's got. Wade right behind him trying to give him the shove. Here comes the outside lane. They're going to form up. They're going to take off. Johnson up there with Tristan Bruce, who was upside down, was your very first caution here this evening. He has worked his way back up here into the top 10. I'm telling you right now, that kid's got no quit in him. Tristan Bruce up here, 4th truck in line. Matter of fact, right behind who you're riding on board with right here, Ryan Johnson. Ryan, give us a little wave. I know you can't see nothing because you got a big-ass VR that you got on your head, but it looks like he's going to roll with Ted Wade. They're going to hang Bullock out. They're going to go 3 wide. Bruce going to try to follow Johnson, and check out Keith Haney at 87, got caught up in the earlier accident. He's going to try to roll this middle side. 3 wide is going to happen right here, Steven, and I got a feeling it's going to happen right here, right now. We may end up seeing 3 wide for the lead here in the next 2 laps. You never know at Daytona.
Ooh, we almost had some right rear hook in there, too. I can't tell that truck number, but that red and black truck.
Looks like it's the red and black truck. I believe that is Matt Cherry in the 45. That's exactly who it is. There you see Stephen Thomas back here riding, just trying to keep it cool. Keep it calm, cool, collected. We still haven't got none of you in the live chat to tell me who the hell that, or who's that jersey? Who is it? 55 Williams. I may end up having to Google it here in a minute, guys, because the only one I know is Jason Williams. He used to play for the Miami Heat. That's the only one that I can think of, and I believe his number was 55 at one time. But check out Steven right there. We saw him earlier. He was pumped up. He had some crunk music going on. Was bobbing the head and everything else. He knows how to get it done here tonight at Daytona. Matter of fact, he won the season opener for the Season 4 DSR Electric Truck Series, and guess where it was at? Right here at Daytona.
Yeah, sorry guys, I had to step away for a second. My somehow my headset got wrapped around the wheels of my chair.
I've done that, and it sucks. It does. But we are glad that you are back. But here we go. McGill, Wade up here, Bullock up here. Actually, it kind of worked out pretty good for me, Steven, because I had to get my tobacco in my mouth, so that actually kind of worked out pretty good. Let's swing it up.
There we go.
Here we go. Wade,
In
Bullock,
the big
Haney, one over on his lid. Another one, Bevan on his lid as well. And caution is out. Blinking cars, all of them's ghosted. Smoke everywhere. Big wreck, huge wreck. Guys are still on their lids. I'm looking right here. I believe that is MDW still up on his lid. Wade tried to help him out. Oh my gosh, watch this right here. There was contact between Wade and Bullock, I believe it was. And then at that point, oh, hell, it was on from there. Watch it again. It was Bullock and Wood, actually, the ones that got caught up in this. If we back it up a little bit, we'll be able to see it. And, wow, poor Wood right here just literally just has one hell of a ride. There you see the contact. Bullock comes down, gets into Wood. Oh, boy, you want to talk about a scary time right there. There it is right there. I think they ended up breaking the camera on Wood's truck right there, but that is a scary, scary slide right there for MDW. And basically, you could pretty much pick anybody, Dean. Really, you were asking who was involved. The whole damn field. We'll just go ahead and more or less call it this what it was. No, not Joshua Suss. Looking at Brady LaBeouf right here. Was he able to make it through? Tim Wade kind of gets tagged right here because Steven, I think it was a little bit of net code right there. Honestly, with Bullock and Wood right there, that right there that you see with Wood right there looks just like what happened to Tristan Bruce. That was the very first caution. That's exactly what it looked like. The damn air just gets up under him, and Wood just can't get the truck to roll back over. I'm not even 100% if he got it to roll back over yet or not. We're looking to see, did he get it back over? No, he had to tow. But there you see just everybody come through there. Tristan Bruce tried to back out. He was backing out of it. He thought they was going to be able to miss it. Bevan tried to miss it. He gets caught up in just so much chaos that it's just hard for us to be able to capture the crash because, there's just so much going on right there, Steven. There's so many guys getting involved. There's Matt Cherry going hard. Cherry damn near misses it. The only one that I'm seeing that missed it was Holden McGill and Dustin Scruggs. So, Dustin Scruggs, I talked about him on the podcast a couple of weeks ago on the Door Banging Download, trying to get lucky. I think he might have just used his luck up right there because everybody else was in the wreck. Holt McGill and Dustin Scruggs was not in it. But we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series regular season finale here tonight at Daytona. Don't go anywhere.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
I don't know what game you're talking about. And folks, we are back here at Daytona. Hopefully was able to get a little bit of the blinking and everything. Hopefully it is straightened back out. So we'll see how this works out. 30 laps to go. Holden McGill up here. Dustin Scruggs up here with Justin White. Robbie Richards knows how to get it done here tonight at Daytona as well. Stephen Gregory sitting in that 5th spot. Joshua Rodriguez, hell, he went a lap down earlier. He's up here in that 6th spot. Cody Knott up here, 37th. Dead last, Cody Knott all the way up to 7th. He could be a factor here at the end of this thing, Steven. He could be a factor. Cody Dodd up here. Matthew Montgomery was the first one to go 1 lap down in the 96. He's up here in that 8th spot. Brandon Schumann and Brandon Broadfoot is up in the 10th spot. And this is going to get crazy right here, Steven. You know as well as I do, Nazareth Chaos is just around the corner.
Yes, sir. We only got, about 29, 30 laps to go. Anybody that is still on the lead lap still has a chance to win this race. We've been watching Holden McGill and especially Dustin Scruggs and some of these other guys up here all night long. But it's Daytona. It's still anybody's race.
And we're sitting out there in live chat. Yes, MDW, I stuck on my side. Yeah, we saw that. And even Ted Wade tried to tag him, tried to move him a little bit, and tried to be able to knock him over. Just didn't work out for MDW. He's actually 2 laps down, but still back out there on the track. So he's still got a shot. If we get enough of them to crash, it might work out for it. Green flag once again. McGill gets a good jump. He's going to jump down. Now Scruggs going to try to roll on this bottom side. He's got White right behind him. Rodriguez and Richards did not get a good jump, but they're going to go ahead and elect to jump down here on this bottom side, run single file for a little bit. Single file all the way through the field. You got to go all the way back to Matthew Montgomery and Brandon Schumann. That's the first battle that we're seeing here on the racetrack. Give or take probably about the front 7 guys, give or take. Actually, front 8. All of them single file, the battle for 9th. And now, here comes the animal, Keith Bradley, who was caught up in a big crash earlier on. He's got Montgomery and Chew right behind him.
Yeah, I think these guys will stay single file till they build up the speed and get up to race speed here in another lap, maybe less. And then I think they'll start spreading out again into the 2-3 lanes. But we'll have to wait and see if that's what happens.
Here comes Montgomery, going to keep it up there on that top side. Try to make it roll. He's going to jump down to the bottom side. Schumann has got to get out of the gas. Doesn't want to end up turning him. Now the outside. It's going to be led by the animal, Keith Bradley. Mind you, anybody want to go back in the history books? Who won the last race here for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series here at Daytona? Won the regular or won the season opener? Anybody out there know? Guess who? You're riding on board with him. Keith Bradley won the big one earlier on this season, locked himself into the playoffs before everybody. Big crossover. And now Bradley's going to shoot down to the inside, jump back up. Broadfoot's got to get out of the gas. Chew give the shot to Broadfoot. Bradley is that animal, having that animal mentality. He's trying to go all the way to the front right here, Stephen.
He's working on it. We'll have to see what he does with it. With Holden McGill, Dustin Scruggs, Justin White, and Robert Richards all tail to tail now coming in going into turn 3, getting ready to come out of turn 4.
And McGill going to keep it up at the front. Scruggs, there you see Justin White riding on board. Show us a little whiskey, Justin, if you can. I don't think he's worried about the whiskey or whatever the hell's in that cup. We got it a couple of weeks ago of What's in the Cup of Jeff Merck. Line up out there in the live chat. What's in the cup for Justin White? We want to know what your thoughts is on that one. But there you see Justin White, very calm, cool, collected, riding in the 3rd spot on the inside. He's got Richards right behind him, Gregory right behind him. The battle is on back there for about the 5th, 6th spot, give or take, as they are all over the place back here. Joshua Rodriguez, Keith Bradley back here with Brandon Broadfoot, Brian Chew back here as well. Cody Knott back here in this battle with Shane Trotter back here as well. Just a number of guys trying to work this outside lane and be able to try to get up here and challenge for it. It's all led by Brandon Broadfoot.
Yeah, these guys are trying to get back up there and make a race out of this with Brandon leading that top line. They're getting inching a little bit closer and closer every time they come out of a turn. They're working on it, and they're working on it hard.
And Double B up there rolling on this top side. Brandon Broadfoot got the shove. Rodriguez right behind him gives him a great shove. It's going to kick him all the way to 3rd. Kick him all the way to 2nd. Double B, Brandon Broadfoot going for the lead here at Daytona. Broadfoot started 14th in the field one of those drivers right there on that cut line trying to make it into the 20-driver field for the playoffs to run for a championship. Broadfoot got it on that outside. Rodriguez locked on that tailgate, door to door with Holden McGill for the lead, Steven.
Take another look at the point standings here. We're still looking at Joshua Suss, Raul Maza, Joshua Rodriguez all right there trying to fight for that 20th spot. There's still a chance. You know, this race is anybody's race. We've said this before tonight, and it's like this at every Daytona and Talladega race that we do. Anybody can still win it. There's still 24 laps to go.
Sometimes you just got to find your friends wherever the hell they are. Scruggs up here, got a friend in Brandon Broadfoot. Now McGill and Justin White, they're going to roll this inside lane. Rodriguez trying to figure out if he wants to go 3 wide or keep it right in behind Broadfoot. He's got Chew right behind him, Trotter right behind him as well. Shane Trotter started 31st in the field, and now he's up here in the top 10 with a shot to win it and lock himself in to that 20-driver field for the championship, which we hope everything will be good. We'll be able to have those points updated and let you know who's going to be in that 20-truck field when we go playoff racing next week. Holden McGill up here. He's having a battle with Dustin Scruggs. White behind him, and right behind Scruggs, it's old Double B, Brandon Broadfoot.
Yeah, after that last big wreck, Jake, I'm surprised we have this many trucks still on the lead lap. I thought a lot of these guys would be in the pit still getting some repairs, but most of them are out here still racing hard.
Racing hard as all get out. Like I've said before numerous times, if you haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe to the NASRA 360 Racing Network. We're hearing from our producer, only 7 of you have liked this race. You've got to like this race. If you ain't liking this right here, there's something wrong with you. Great racing. We've saw some big ones. We've saw all kinds of chaos. But folks, we're only getting started. So make sure if you love the racing that NASRA puts out, you love what you see right there on your screen, on your phone, on your iPad, on your damn computer, like and subscribe. NASRA 360 Racing Network. Scruggs, White battling for second. McGill got the lead all to himself. Here comes Scruggs with a bump for Broadfoot. Scruggs going to go for the lead at the line.
I noticed Brandon Broadfoot a couple of times he sneaks his front end out there to see if anybody's going to follow him to take that third row up there on the top. But so far, no takers as he continues to push Dustin Scruggs on that top line with Holden McGill on the bottom being pushed by Justin White. And here comes Dustin Scruggs back on that outside to retake the lead. Brandon Broadfoot right behind him, now taking second.
And, you know, Broadfoot's just kind of in a bad spot. I mean, he wants to jump up on the top side. He wants to try to go ahead and get some 3 wide going. But the problem is, the guy behind him, Rodriguez, is going for that final spot as well as Broadfoot is. So Broadfoot's basically just got to ride. He can't do nothing crazy. The only good thing that happened out of that was Scruggs jumped to the bottom. So now Broadfoot ain't got to go to that third lane. He's going to roll in this middle lane and battle for the lead. Rodriguez gives a shove. Trotter right behind him as well. Jose Luis Rivera is stage 1 winner up here on this top side as well. He's got his teammate James Beard right behind him. I would not be surprised to see Rivera and Beard try to hook up, get up there on that top side and try to go all the way to the front and take it 3 wide. I wouldn't be surprised to see that, but everybody calm, cool, and collected, coming to 19 to go this time. Who's going to make that break to go out and put them 3 wide?
Yeah, I was going to say 19 to go. We should start seeing some chaos any time now. These guys are going to be fighting to get up there, especially these guys that are on the bubble. Tonight's their last chance to get into the playoffs, and they got to push it now.
Absolutely, they have got to push it. They have got to push the envelope and see if it's going to stick. And if it doesn't, they'll rip that sucker wide open. Here we go. McGill to the top. Going to get the shove from Broadfoot. Broadfoot thought about 3 wide, thinks different. Big time bump right there from Justin White. He gives a huge shove. Richards has to get out of the gas. Almost ended up running them both over. That's the draft effect that we're seeing as we are catching a little bit of lap traffic right here in front of them. And they're going to blow right by that guy that's up there on the top side, looking to see who actually it was. It was a silver truck but they're going to blow right by him. He will stay up on the top side. No harm, no foul. Still 2 wide. Nobody thinking about jumping out of line just yet. Trying to pour any 3 wide. Shout it out, live chat. What's White got in the cup? Sitting there in second for third. Second on the line. He's got a shot to win this thing, Steven.
Yes, he does, along with the rest of the top 10. I think it's starting to get a little late now for some of these guys in the back to try to make the push to win, but they can still get up there and get some points and maybe squeeze themselves into the playoffs. But they got to get up there in the top 5, I think, if they're going to have any chance of doing that.
Cody Knott, one of our great producers here with the Nazareth 360 Racing Network, sitting in the 14th spot, rather. We'll see how this ends up working out right here. We're seeing New Age Simulation chiming in the live chat, tuning in for the last laps. How's it going? You should have been here from the start, baby. We've had a hell of a race all the way from start to finish, and it's only going to get better. Trotter sitting right there on that outside. Third guy on the outside lane. He's got Beard right behind him. Trotter may be one of those guys, like I was saying, Steven, want to go ahead, lock himself in, and take it 3 wide and shock the world here tonight at Daytona. It's a possibility. Daytona is one of those places where you can shock the world and get a win and lock yourself into that championship or into that playoffs and get in there with those 20 drivers.
We got 16 to go now this time by, and I think here, give it about another 6 laps, and I think that third line up there on the top is going to appear, and these guys are going to really start making a push to get up there in the top 5 and even try to win it. As we see, look like Brendan Broadfoot almost got a little squirrely there behind Dustin Scruggs.
Yeah, Scruggs almost ended up going for a little bit of a ride. He did not want to go on. Now Scruggs going to jump down on this inside lane. We're going to go side by side with you right here. You will not miss a thing here with the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series, Premier Racing Setups 250 as we got guys going in. Justin White, one of those drivers going in. Premier Racing Setups, you need one, you know where to go. And proud to have them, the title sponsor here tonight for the Premier Racing Setups 250 here for the regular season finale here tonight at Daytona. Still side by side for the lead. Broadfoot up here getting the shove from Rodriguez. And Dustin Scruggs on the inside. He's got McGill right behind him. Justin White, all those guys going down pit road here. Steven, when are you expecting these guys to go down pit road for their final stop?
Brady LaBeouf just went in, and the 87, I'm trying to find the number here on our leaderboard. I can't quite find him. Keith Haney, they both went in, took fuel, and came right back out. So they're not taking tires. They're going to make this a quick thing.
Justin White, Keith Bradley, Adam Newton, those guys elected to go down pit road. Now everybody's lined back up single file. Back there, way back there in the back. They're just now crossing the line. These leaders up here coming off of turn number 2. McGill all over the back bumper of Scruggs up top. Broadfoot got Rodriguez right behind him. Trotter looking to maybe go 3 wide, thinks different, jumps back in line. Gregory on that inside lane. He's trying to help out Robbie Richards right behind him. A man that actually got his pilot's license earlier on this evening. Shout out to Tristan Bruce for getting his pilot's license. And we'll see how that ends up working out for them. Nobody going down pit road as of yet right here, Steven. Everybody cool, calm, and collected right here. Coming to 13. Lucky number 13 laps to go.
Yeah, if they're going to go in, they really need to start thinking about it now because they don't have very many laps to go. As you just said, we got 13 to go, and won't be long. We'll only have 10 and then 5. So they need to make their move now if they're going to get down there and add some fuel.
One driver's got to make his move to the outside. Rodriguez has been locked to his back bumper all this time right here in stage number 3 as Brandon Broadfoot with Rodriguez. Both of them was trying to battle for the lucky dog earlier on. Now they're going to catch a lap truck on the inside. Broadfoot trying to push him down. Suss jumps down on pit road and him some more. Holden McGill, he's going to go down pit road. Looking like Tristan Bruce in the 3. He's going to go down with Shane Trotter, I believe, as well. Went down pit road as well. No, he did not. That was Rivera and Gregory. Trotter stays out on the track. but McGill and all these guys go down. There's Cody Knott. Obviously, our great producer, Dean Hopton, absolutely wanting to see Cody Knott get him a win. He's got a shot here tonight at Daytona. We'll see how that works out. See if Broadfoot and Rodriguez, both of them got clear. Or actually, Rodriguez did not, but Broadfoot did. He jumps down, gets in front of Scruggs. Now, Broadfoot gets sole possession of the lead. We'll see if they elect the pit coming this time, 11 to go.
Yeah, I think that pit stop by Holden McGill was a kind of a last-minute thing, the way some of these trucks acted, that just all of a sudden they dove down there to go into the pits. But still got a few more out there that still need to pit, so they need to really think about it now.
Broadfoot actually looking down right there, as you see right there, the VR and everything. Got his dog right there beside of him, wondering what in the hell have you got on your head and what exactly are you doing? Look, Daddy's racing. Daddy's trying to make the playoffs here tonight. Hook him up just a little bit. Sit there, be a good boy. Let me take care of what I got to take care of here tonight. Broadfoot with Scruggs, Richards, Montgomery back here sitting in the 4th spot. Rodriguez in 5th. Coming this time, 10 to go right here, Steven. Can they make it to the end? I don't think they can make it because everybody else has been going down pit road right here. I don't think that they can make it.
When was the last time Broadfoot pitted? 69, 70? Nah, he can't make it. Yeah, lap 69.
Broadfoot still got the lead. We'll see when he elects to go down. Scruggs right here with him as well. They are catching a little bit of lap traffic. We'll see some guys back there that was in the back. Newton goes down. Blanchard goes down. Bullock goes down. All these guys going down. Brady LaBeouf going with them. And what will be just a fresh gas is here we go. The rest of the leaders. Scruggs going in. Broadfoot going in. Broadfoot locks it up. Might have got tagged in the tailgate and sit down. That may end up messing up Brandon Broadfoot a little bit. We may not want to see the virtual camera, the real cam on him. I got a feeling he's probably going to be a little bit mad, but I'm looking at his tailgate. It is straight up in right here. It's there you see Brian Chew in the 51 right here. Brian Chew will end up, I believe, going to be inheriting the lead right here because everybody else went down pit road. Hope Williams and all these guys coming out of the pits. So this will be the race for the win right here with 9 laps to go. Everybody trying to come out of pit road, trying to beat them out right here. Richards beat them all out, but I got a bad feeling everybody is going to get Brian Chew to go right around them. There you see Chew up to speed. Richards and all these guys, they're trying to merge back up. Steve, this is going to get good going into 3. Caution!
Yellow flag is out.
Speedway. A big crash back here going into, I believe it is turn number 1. Looking up through the field, Cherry was involved. James Beard was involved. Raul Meza, there you see it. Cherry on the bottom. Looks like Meza gives a little bit better bump to Cherry. Cherry gets set up into the wall. And then there you see James Beard gets involved in it as well. And unfortunately for those drivers, and Cherry just tries to lock it back up, tries to not come back down the track, almost gets cleaned out by a couple of drivers, but they was able to miss him. No harm, no foul. There you see the contact. Beard up into the wall, Cherry up in there as well. And oh boy, Steven, that just changes everything because Richards might end up wanting to go to the gas station after this and buy him a damn lottery ticket. I think he's going to be in prime position to try to win this sucker here tonight.
Yeah, him and Matthew Montgomery both. Either one of those can take it real easy. They both kind of snuck up there in those 2 front positions between the inside and outside row.
We'll see how this works out. Obviously, I do not expect any of these drivers up here at the front to go down pit road right here. So I think everybody's going to be pretty much, they got what they got. They went ahead and told the pit crew, y'all go on and go to the house. We'll let you know how it ends up. And if they haven't yet, make sure the pit crew is able to sit here and watch what's going on live here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Folks, we're going to take one more commercial break. and bring you back for the finish. A couple of them trying to fake it out, trying to fake them out, going to the pits. A couple of them goes. Ryan Johnson will go into the pits right here, lead a host of cars down, or host of trucks, I should say, down pit road. So while they take care of that, we're going to take a quick commercial break, bring you back for the finish here tonight at Daytona. Who's going to win it? Who's going to make that playoff grid? We'll find out here in just a little bit. Folks, we're back here at Daytona. And boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, this is going to be a good one right here. Coming around this time to get the one to green right here. And we'll see which lane Robbie Richards decides to take right here. Obviously running with Upfront Motorsports. Chris Blanchard up here. With Upfront, obviously, with Ed Osborne. Stephen Gregory up here may try to help out Robbie. We'll see where he decides to go, and Richards is going to take the top side. So it looks like he's going to have Dustin Scruggs up here to help him. Let's check in with old Robbie. I ain't talked to Robbie in some time, folks. We got Robbie Richards up here in the broadcast booth. And Robbie, I think you might want to go to a gas station and buy you a damn lottery ticket out of this right here, because you got lucky as hell right here to be up here at the front. What's it going to take to keep that 48 up here?
Man, you've been in enough of these to know that they don't ever go good when you're the guy leading. So we're gonna start in front of. I feel like my chances are better with Dustin behind me. Starting with Dustin on my bumper. Just because he's got a little more experience. So I'm just gonna try to get in front of these guys and I guess just let her eat.
Yeah, but Robbie, I mean, I know, up front, usually it doesn't work out, but you have won here at Daytona. You know how to get around this place and win here at this big 2.5 mile super speedway. So that's got to give you a little bit of confidence knowing that you've won here a couple times. You know how to get this done.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've won a few here, a few at Talladega. If it stays clean, if it stays like I hope to the checkered, I do feel like my chances are better as far as staying out of trouble. Holding the bottom. It's just a matter of who's going to be pushing who won't push who, and trying to avoid the mayhem if it comes.
All righty, Robbie Richards, appreciate the time and good luck, buddy.
Oh yeah. I will say though, I was lucky with that caution because I knew they were coming. So.
All right, buddy, appreciate your time.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Well, folks, here we go. 5 to go this time by. Shout out to the little redneck announcer, my nephew Elijah. Hopefully he's watching at home with mommy and daddy. And Elijah, kick back. You fixing to see a good one here tonight. Robbie Richards, gas is up. He's got Dustin Scruggs right behind him. And here we go. He's going to win here at Daytona. Who's going to lock himself into the playoffs. Now Montgomery's going to jump down and try to roll on this inside lane. See how this works out. Dan Gobble, okay, Swim and Chrome. Let's sweep the podium. He wants to try to get Swim and Chrome to get it. We'll see what happens. Now that outside lane starts to form up. Here comes Keith Bradley up on the top side. He's got Tim Wade right behind him. Middle lane has nowhere to go. They don't know where to go. Here comes Keith Bradley. He's going to try to scare them all off on the day after Halloween, Steven.
Well, these guys are getting a little close there, coming right there in that 3 wide. A little bit of door banging, not on purpose, I don't think, but it was getting a little crazy. Keith Bradley maintains his lead on that outside with Dustin Scruggs right behind him. Oh, that's not Scruggs, I'm sorry. That's Ted Wade. Ted Wade behind him, yeah.
Ted Wade up here on this outside lane, but now they're going to start to fall back. Here comes Montgomery on the bottom side. 96, Matthew Montgomery was the first driver to go a lap down here tonight. He jumps up on the top side, stacks them all up. Bradley gives the shove. Wade gives the shove. Bruce gives the shove. Montgomery going to keep it out in front. Robbie Richards trying to dive to the inside. Bradley almost gets hunked. Here comes Richards. Richards to the bottom side, coming this time. 3 laps to go. Robbie Richards, Matthew Montgomery going for the lead. Right behind him, Joshua Rodriguez. And the season opening winner, Keith Bradley, here at Daytona, is now a big crash. Richards gets turned. Here goes Montgomery on his lid, sliding into turn number 1. Trotter's involved. Painter's involved. Whole damn field piling in once again into turn 1. Caution on the Speedway.
Joshua jinxed himself on this one because he said, well, you know how it goes being up in the front towards the end of the race. And sure enough, that got him caught up in it.
Joshua Rodriguez is going to slide right by it with Ted Wade. Robbie Richards. And, oh, man, there you see riding on board. Montgomery killed the whole camera right there when he was on his lid. And, wow, what a wreck right there. Everybody, Tristan Bruce involved, poor old Cody Knott, Raul Meza, FDW, who was sliding on his side. He gets involved in this as well. And believe it or not, we're fixing to go to overtime. We're fixing to go to green, white, checkered here at Daytona. I had a feeling that was going to end up happening. And up front is Rodriguez with Wade. Dustin Scruggs up here. Looks like Chris Blanchard is going to be up here at the front as well. Brian Chew was able to miss that wreck. A couple of drivers was able to miss it. Riding on board, Cody Knight. Oh, no. Not Cody Knight. Gets tagged in the back end. Gets kind of set right into it. I mean, couldn't do nothing about it right there for him. So hate to see that right there for Cody Knight. But Joshua Rodriguez up at the front right here, baby. He's got a shot.
Ted Wade, Dustin Scruggs all back up in the front there in second and third currently. Brian Chew in fourth. Stephen Thomas holding fifth. So 3 of these top 5 have been up here before during this race. And but any of those 5 can win it. When we come back to the green flag, we'll have 3 to go.
It'll be 3 laps to go, obviously. Green, white, checkered here at Daytona. Rodriguez up here. There you see him right there below that cut line right there, folks. It's going to be a big one right here. If he can pull it off here tonight, 15 points out. So all he's got to do is win this thing. It doesn't matter about the 15 points. He will be locked in, and that may end up bumping Brian Chew out of this bad boy. We'll see how all the stage points and all that ends up playing out. And, folks, hopefully you can tune in with us next week. We'll go to Chicagoland. Not the Chicago street course. Not that damn street course. We don't roll like that here in Nazareth. No, sir. We are going. Yeah, and obviously our producer is very, very upset about that one. I mean, I tell you what, Dean, let me play a little something for you right here. There you go. I figured you probably would. Yeah, I figured you probably would. I mean, but I had to throw the sound horn in. Hopefully, well, yeah, of course, Dean, you wouldn't key up. You wouldn't do nothing like that. I'll tell you what, Dean, let's go ahead. Let's key you up, Dean, right here. Let's let you hear from us.
Hello.
Hello. Well, what you thinking, Dean? What you thinking about this here tonight at Daytona? Pretty good stuff.
I'm thinking it's cheap that you're not going to the street circuit of Chicago, my friend, because I'm going to get out on a keyboard and go quicker than everybody around that Chicago oval. How's that sound? How's that?
Good for you.
Can anybody beat me on a keyboard on an oval? And let's go.
Let's hear it after a loud chat.
I'm not going to do that. These guys are
December 13th.
These guys are too quick, mate. I can't do that. I can't beat any of you guys out there. I'm going to leave the driving to the experts. Back to you at the studio.
December 13th, the C.O.P.S series will be at the Chicago Street Course.
Well, damn. Which series is that one? Hopefully it's not in the Xfinity series.
This series right here.
Wow. Oh, so we've already got it lined up. Well, apparently it's going to be a little bit later on. I didn't expect that one, so I might have just put my own foot in my mouth on that one, Dean and Steven. I am so sorry about that. I tell you what, let's go. Let's see if we can bring a driver up here. Bring him up. And it is your leader right now, which is Joshua Rodriguez up here. Got the lead, started 19th on the outside looking in. Josh, what's it going to take to get the win and lock yourself into the playoffs?
Just make the right move. That's it. Just make the right move.
Make the right move. And obviously you got your teammate back there with the Velocity Viper Racing back there with Brandon Broadfoot back there. So, I mean, both of y'all are below the cut line. Obviously teamwork helps here. I mean, that's got to kind of screw you up a little bit thinking, that Broadfoot's back there. He's trying to get in. You're trying to get in. That's got to make you think about how this is going to end right here with 3 to go.
All I got to do is focus on myself. But if he can help me out, that'd be great. If I could help him out, that'd be great. But I just got to think about me right now.
Josh, buddy, appreciate your time and good luck.
Thank you.
Looks like I went through a damn junkyard. Yeah, I mean, obviously right there, you see Tim Wade right there. He's been through a couple of accidents here tonight, but he's still soldiering on. Your pole sitter, matter of fact, right there in the number 32. Like our producer was saying right there, Josh's truck pretty clean, nothing on it, except for maybe a little bit of aero damage, probably just from the air, just how fast he's been going. Here tonight, Tim Wade up on the top. So we'll set the field for you right here as Rodriguez is blinking a little bit. So hopefully we didn't put the commentator's curse on him. I was going to pull in Brandon Broadfoot just because I said that I would earlier on. He was a little bit scared about me even doing that. But anyway, we'll go ahead. This is what you got right here, folks. Top 10. You got Joshua Rodriguez. Needs to get him a win, lock himself into the playoffs. Tim Wade, he's in a pretty good spot. He should be fine. Dustin Scruggs is already locked in. Brian Chew, right on that cut line, right on it. Sitting in 4th. Thomas Gregory, that's the top 6. Brandon Broadfoot needing to try to get in. Blanchard, Painter, and Brady LaBeouf got caught up in a couple of accidents here tonight. He's going to roll off the P10. Green flag in the air. Will this be the last restart that we see here tonight? And Rodriguez gasses up. He goes immediately to the top side. He's going to try to get Wade to give him the shove. And on the inside, here comes Dustin Scruggs. Now Rodriguez has got the play blocker. Which lane is going to be the fast one? He jumps to the bottom. Might end up costing him. Here comes Chew. Here comes Wade coming off of turn 2 on that outside.
Wade up there on the top side trying to come out. Now they're trying to get that third line going up there on the top. But I don't think they're going to have enough oomph to get there. Brady LaBeouf trying to get it going with Rodriguez in the lead. Scruggs right behind him.
It looks like they're going to be able to make it back. No problems behind them. Here comes Ted Wade. Brian Chew gives the shove. 1 to go. Who's going to win it? Is Rodriguez going to lock himself in? Or is Ted Wade going to steal this sucker? Started on the pole, around the outside. Now he gets loose, jumps up. Rodriguez gets tagged. Wade goes up into the wall. Rodriguez still has it. And here comes James Beard to the 25. He's going to come around the outside. Chaos happening off of turn number 2. And James Beard up at the front. Here comes Rodriguez. Thomas takes a shot. Slams into Beard. Blanchard gets into Rodriguez. Coming off of 3 and 4. Rodriguez up front. You see it right here. Rodriguez gets a shot. Tries to put the block. Blanchard and all up. And Joshua Rodriguez is going to come from the outside. Looking in. He is in the playoffs for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series for Season 9. Joshua Rodriguez, your winner. James Beard gets 2nd. Stephen Thomas 3rd. Adam Newton 4th. And Dustin Scruggs rounds out the top 5. Joshua Rodriguez for Velocity Viper Racing. He's going playoff racing next weekend at Chicago.
Yeah, there was a little chance there. I didn't think he was going to make it. He got bumped coming out of turn 4, started wiggling around a bit, and But he did a good job at recovering it while everybody else behind him started wrecking. But what a great job by Joshua. It's nice to see somebody up here that's on the bubble, towards the middle of the bubble, almost didn't make it in, and now he's in for sure.
And, I will piggyback a little bit off of what Wesley Allen said about the Atlanta Motor Speedway. He said that, Atlanta Motor Speedway with cops, it just works. There you see Brandon Broadfoot coming up here, giving a little tag to his teammate. Good win for Rodriguez. But it's like, it's like Wesley Allen said about Atlanta with this series. This place, it just works every single time. It doesn't matter if it's this series or the DSR Electric Truck Series or the Blanchard's Toy and Xfinity Series or hell, even the NASRA Cup Series. It doesn't matter. This place with NASRA, it works. It meshes, and it is absolutely perfect place right here, especially to end the regular season, and I hope it never changes with NASRA to end it here at Daytona. Rodriguez burning it down, literally here at the start-finish line. And boy, I'm telling you what, I guess the commentator curse, it's out the door. Interviewed Rodriguez, guess what? He won the damn race. So congratulations to Joshua Rodriguez on the win.
Yeah, great job by all these guys tonight. As we go back through the field with, again, Joshua Rodriguez, your winner, Jason Beard, and Stephen Thomas. Those three top off the podium, followed by Adam Newton, Dustin Scruggs, Tristan Bruce, Chris Blanchard, Paul Meza, Devin Painter, Brady LaBeouf, your top 10.
And Brandon Broadfoot needed to get a win, try to lock himself in. Unfortunately, he'll be 11th, but his teammate will go playoff racing next week, and hopefully we'll be able to have those points up for you here by the end of the broadcast. Holden McGill will get 12th. Keith Bradley had a shot, took a charge right there at the end. Unfortunately, gets caught up in a late race accident. He'll finish 13th with Matthew Montgomery in 14th. Huck Wigginton, good battle back from him, started 32nd. Ended up finishing 15th here tonight. Jose Luis Rivera will get 16th. Robbie Richards, 17th. Cody Knott, 18th. Brandon Bullock, 19th. Brian Chew, one of those guys on that cut line, comes out of this 20th. This is going to get interesting right here to see if Brian Chew ends up making it. We'll see how that works out when the points tally up. Stephen Gregory, 21st. Shane Trotter, 22nd. Eric Zimmerman will get 23rd. Last driver to finish on the lead lap. Ted Wade got his pilot's license as well tonight. He'll finish 24th. With Ryan Johnson, 25th. Joshua Suss, 26th. Isaac Bevan, 27th. MDW still trying to get the asphalt off the left side of his truck from sliding all the way down the front straightaway. He will finish 28th here this evening. Matt Cherry will end up finishing 29th. Dylan Cardenas will finish 30th. Schumann, Osborne, White, Haney, Jurassic, Kyle Hess. The 36 drivers that raced here tonight. TJ Moore is your race control here this evening. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll bring you right back for the podium finishers and hopefully let you know who made the top 20. Don't go anywhere. You've been watching the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series live on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. And folks, we're back here at Daytona. We got the man himself up here. Matter of fact, got all three of them up here, so hopefully all three of you will keep it a little quiet and give everybody their opportunity up here. But Josh Rodriguez, the commentator's curse is out Finally, baby. I'm telling you, I talked to Broadfoot earlier, and he was like, don't interview me. You got to give me a curse. And I was worried about giving you the curse, especially when you made his teammate. But, buddy, congratulations on the win here tonight. It's got to be one of the biggest wins of your iRacing career.
Oh man, let's go! That was fun. That was so intense. All I had to do was just try to hold it on the bottom, and hope I didn't get spun. That was amazing.
And I mean, Josh, you're right there. You're fighting for your playoff life to be able to make it into the playoffs. I mean, you gotta make those moves like you did. I mean, you basically got to look at it that you have to make those moves, because if you don't, then you're screwed. So, I mean, basically, you just literally you done what you had to do, and it came out of this right here. So, what's it mean to be in the playoffs here for season 9 of the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series?
I tell you what, I was stressing myself out for the last couple weeks, especially at Michigan when I made that mistake on the entry of pit road. I knew that was probably the worst thing that could have happened, so all I was focused on was trying to win a race before the playoffs to get myself locked in, because I was just sitting too close, and I've been struggling with stage points all season, so like I couldn't get those. But finally, I'm able to actually get it done, and I have the confidence in myself in the playoffs in the next 8 to 10 races to be able to actually perform.
Well, Josh, congratulations on the win here tonight. And before we let you go, you got any sponsors, any shout-outs that you want to thank, buddy?
Oh, hey, I got to thank all my friends, family for watching. I also have to thank the job for my job here, Blasius North, for taking care of me and taking me in. So thanks for Brandon Broadfoot and Shane Trotter for helping me through this season so far. And let's get us another one.
Well, Joshua Rodriguez comes through with the underdog moment. You got to love them underdog moments. Basically a Harrison Burton moment, just like JCR. JWoww is back out there in live chat. Just said it's a Harrison Burton moment, an underdog moment. Josh, congratulations on this win. Go celebrate. Drink you a cold beer, a shot of whiskey, whatever you want to do, buddy. You earned it here tonight, Daytona. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was Joshua Rodriguez. We'll go to our second place finisher, started 29th in the field. And when all the chaos, all the Nazareth chaos is said and done, he comes home second here tonight. That's James Beard. James, congratulations on that second place finish. Tell us about your race, baby, because I mean it was a good one all the way from start to finish.
Sir, so it was definitely a good one. I enjoy the big tracks. They're a whole lot of chaos and a whole lot of fun. Starting from the back, I kind of just played it safe. Jose, my teammate, we talked a lot, tried to get a plan going. It worked out. Our pit plans kind of worked out. We did have a couple incidents here or there we had to get fixed, but all in all, freaking awesome race. I'm still shaking from it. And that's some real hard racing from old number 4.
And, I will say this, James, I hear a lot of times, a lot of people sit there and they say, well, it's just Daytona. Super Speedways doesn't take skill. And I disagree with that, because, you have to be able to drive, you have to be able to make the right moves like Rodriguez and you and Stephen Thomas and all of you up here at the front did here tonight. So I say that it does take some skill here at these super speedways. Would you agree with that?
Oh, 100%. I mean, it may not be memorizing the left, right tracks or anything like that, but just the determination and the follow through and the consistency, that is definitely the biggest thing. And it's hard to do on this track because you do get worn out after a while, mentally more than physically, because you're so close to everybody, worrying about the next big one. So staying out of that, staying prepared, always sharp as a knife, focused. That's the big thing.
Well, James Beard comes home second here tonight after a hard-fought finish. James, appreciate your time. Congratulations on that. And before we let you go, if you got any sponsors, any shout-outs that you want to thank?
Yes, sir. I'm thanking Jesus for letting me do this for fun, man. This is exciting. I know that not everybody gets to do this, but he's letting me have this chance. I'd like to give a shout out to my dad. I don't know if he's watching right now. He just had triple bypass Monday, so he's doing good, which is awesome. And of course, I want to thank Depp Racing for letting me join their team and giving me a nice Darth Maul scheme on my truck and everything. And lastly, obviously, I got to thank Jose for helping me out with everything and working together as a team.
Well, James Beard gets it done here tonight, finishes second. James, buddy, appreciate. Good Lord, Dean, you really had to go in the background on that. You can't even do it for everybody else to hear you, but you got to go with a Darth Maul in the background. You had to do it, Dean. James, appreciate your time. Congratulations on that second place finish. We'll see you at Chicagoland next week, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was James Beard gets second here tonight. And now we're going to go to the third place finisher, Stephen Thomas. And Stephen, I got to ask you this real quick because I don't have a clue. Whose jersey is that behind you? Because I said it was Jason Williams. I thought it was the point guard that used to play for the Miami Heat. Was that Jason Williams' jersey?
Correct, but even more important, he is a West Virginia resident. He grew up about 25 minutes from where I grew up. So, yeah, that's Jason Williams, man.
Yes, I got it right. Virginia I was worried about that.
Kings, yes, sir. Miami Heat, that's him.
Wow. How
Actually,
about
that's signed by him. I ended up playing, it was last year. He came in town to do a little fundraiser for a middle school team and played at a golf course that's local to me. And me and a couple boys joined that tournament. So I bought that jersey and showed up with it, and he signed it for me. So I got it framed, and that's it right there.
Well, how about that, buddy? That is awesome right there. We may have to talk about that on the Door Banging Download here in a couple of weeks if you still listen to it and your girlfriend and all of you still are allowed to listen to it, I guess, in y'all's household. But anyway, that's a backstory. But anyway, but Stephen, buddy, congratulations on finishing third. You know how it's done here at Daytona. We've seen that.
Yeah, it's one of those races, man, where you just have to be patient and be there at the end and avoid the big one. Big couple, big three with Nazareth sometimes. You just, it's a lot of luck, but I mean, like you guys just said, there is some skill involved in it. You got to know where to be and like he said, pay attention, look a few cars ahead and be ready to react for sure.
Well, I mean, and Stephen, we're looking at some of the points and looks like you're going to be just fine from what I'm seeing right here. So nothing real crazy and everything. So what's the plan going into Chicagoland next week?
Exact same thing at Daytona that I just had. Be consistent, stay alive, be there at the end.
We'll see how that works out for you. Stephen Thomas comes home third here tonight. Stephen, before we let you go, you got any sponsors, any shout-outs that you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to start off with Dan Gobble at DSR Electric. He does a lot for Nazra and Swim and Chrome. So I'll start off by thanking him. I want to thank Millie's Restaurant and Catering, A's Lawn Landscaping, Justin Lumpkin for all the paint schemes that he does for both teams. I want to thank Jersey Smoke, my main sponsor, Darren's Nail Gun Repair, Jack's Mowing, and more. Brady and everybody at Nazra that's involved that helps out with the whole thing. They built quite a league here. I want to thank you guys at the broadcast every night for doing what you guys do, and I want to thank all the watchers, especially my grandma and grandpa that watch every Friday. And shout out to Zach. He watches every Friday as well, so I'll shout out to him. Appreciate it, guys.
Stephen Thomas gets third here tonight. Stephen, appreciate your time, and we'll see you at Chicagoland next week.
See you, boys.
That was Stephen Thomas here at Daytona. I'm still looking to possibly see some points right here, but I'm not seeing anything crazy right here. I'm not seeing anything updated, so hopefully we'll be able to have it for you before we go off the air. But Stephen, final thoughts on a fantastic race here tonight at Daytona, buddy.
At Daytona, it's always a fantastic race. There's never a dull moment. We got constant lead changes all night long, constant door banging, constant bump drafting, and even had two big ones tonight. So, yeah, it was a real exciting race. And we said at the beginning of the race, it's anybody's to win. And it literally is at Daytona and Talladega. And we just proved that tonight with Joshua taking the win.
Well, Dean, how about you, buddy? What do you think about that? Come on, Dean. Come on, Dean. You want to talk about it? Come on. Come on. Talk about it. Come on, baby. Well, not about that, but come on. Well, we can't get Dean to make a comment. Dean's got some comments. Maybe we'll talk to him about it on the door banging down low. Let him speak his piece. But folks, I believe that's going to do it here for us tonight. I'm still looking. I'm still waiting to try to get some points for some of you guys. So I'm not 100% who's going to be in, who's going to be out. But from what we saw on the playoff grid, it'll be interesting. You could probably be able to figure out who's in, who's out. Like I said, I've been clicking on the standings 100 times, and it still hasn't popped up yet. So maybe they're still trying to work through them, make sure everything is updated and all that good stuff. But we'll see how all that ends up working out Chicagoland, man. I mean, I'm telling you, Daytona, it always puts on a hell of a race. I mean, it always has. It always will. It's like I said, this place meshes good with Nazareth, and hopefully it is here to stay for the season opener and also for the regular season finale. Hopefully it will stay like that. Thanks to each and every one of the viewers out here this evening that have stuck around. Hell, I think we maxed out at like 50 viewers, which is awesome here for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series. The drivers for always doing what they do and putting on a show. They did it here tonight. Obviously, all of our sponsors, obviously DSR Electric for what they do, and Dan Gobble, Blanchard's Towing for the Blanchard Towing Xfinity Series with Chris Blanchard, all the admins, every single one of the admins, Cody Knott, Bray LaBeouf, all those guys for what they do, and obviously we can't forget about Premier Racing Service for being the title sponsor for the race tonight, and obviously the Concerns of Police Survivors. Great organization. Proud to have them sponsoring the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series here on Friday night. Folks, it's going to be a good one next week. We're just getting warmed up. For the Australian Dean Hopton Biggles, I am the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves. And also for the Steve Viking Bartlett. I thought I was on Thursdays right there, folks. Sorry about that one. For the Australian Dean Hopton Biggles and Steve the Viking Bartlett, I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves. Said as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast. And folks, it's going to get good. For the Chicagoland, we're going to playoff racing next week. Top 20. We're going to see who's going to win, who's going to make it in to the Fast 14. It's going to be a nail-biter of a playoffs. Folks, you do not want to miss this. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe. Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Don't miss any of this, because I guarantee you, we're going to be in for a hell of a championship run for Season 9. We'll see you then.